It is Friday, October 12th, and this is Mr. Eichler's Weekly Webcast. We've got a lot to go over today, so I'm going to get right to it. To begin with, the Tritt Amazing Race has started. This is the PTA annual fundraiser, and that has begun this week, as I'm sure you've heard. I'm going to go over some things here. To begin with, our total school-wide goal is to raise $90,000 for the PTA. And I know what you're thinking, what are we going to do with all that money? Well, to begin with, they're going to be buying a new lighting and sound system for the exterior of the school to help during the dismal, dark mornings of the winter time when all the kids are getting here in the dark. So to make it much brighter and lighter for them, both in the carpool lanes and the bus lanes. So they're going to make improvements to the lighting in the PA system with that. Also, over this fall break, the PTA paid for painting of the walls behind me with cool new blue, and all the rooms were painted all around the school, so that helped pay for that. Also, 20% of everything that my class raises, all of your contributions, 20% of that total comes straight back to the classroom and allows me to go out and buy pretty much anything and everything that we need for this classroom, including but not limited to mice for the snakes, playground balls and stuff for during recess, and just anything that we need to fund projects that we need to pay for throughout the year. I can do it with that. Everybody should have gotten a blue letter and a white envelope, and those should have come home on Wednesday. And it should be in their folders or in their backpacks somewhere. And that is where you put all of your contributions. On the front of the envelope, you'll notice that there's a spot there for their name and the phone number and classroom name. Also, there is a place for you to put down the companies that you work for. Many companies have matching funds for school PTAs, and this way they'll be able to compare your company with the names on their list, and for everything you donate, your company will have matching funds. Kind of cool, right? Our classroom goals. This year, there are 4 levels of classroom goals, and level 1 is a homework pass, and that's for a $25 per person classroom average. Our level 2 goal is for extra recess, and that's a 45-minute extra recess for them to jump around and do all the things that they do during recess. Level 3 goal is a special lunch with the doctor in the classroom, totally free, totally on me. No, I'm not buying lunch, but we'll all be able to gather together for a free, they don't have to pay any of their classroom money to join us for a special lunch with the doctor. And then level 4 is an all-day game day, board games, electronic games, all that happiness, all in one day. For our level 4 fundraising goal. So that's what they're working for in the classroom. There are also individual school-wide student incentives. And if on Monday, October 15th, which coincidentally is our first count day, if they have raised $100, they, along with all the other students that have raised $100, will be able to come in, or will be able to go out rather, and get a special ice cream treat from the ice cream truck. If by October 18th they have raised $200, they will get an additional 45-minute recess. And on day 3, on October 23rd, which is our final count day, if they have raised $300 individually, they will be invited to a special school-wide sleepover right here in the school with all their crazy teachers jumping around on Friday, October 26th. I will say that I am not going to be able to attend the sleepover. Unfortunately, I have a fencing tournament on that Saturday, and we are hosting. So that Friday, we're going to be setting up and getting ready for all that. So I'm not going to be able to make the sleepover, unfortunately. But all our other favorite teachers and administrators will be here, and I assure you, it is an absolute blast. I was here for last year's, and it was just a great time all the way around. If you have any questions regarding the PT or the Tritt Amazing Race, you can look on the white envelope or find that blue letter, and it should explain everything. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right, that's all for the Tritt Amazing Race. Moving on to some other things. Our Walk to School Day was rescheduled due to rain, and that is going to now be on November 7th. So please mark your calendars and walk to school that day. Next week, I heard a rumor, is also conference week. Who knew? Thank you all for signing up for conferences. If you haven't signed up for conferences, I think almost everybody has, go to the collaboration section in your student OneNote and under the conference tab, and please just type your name in an available slot. That is next week. Students are invited to attend their conferences. I love it when they come to conferences. We can talk about them and their schoolwork and everything, and they can share and glow and grow. And if we need to talk about them, we can send them out in the hallway and we can talk about them behind their backs. No worries there. So please, yeah, do bring your kids to the conferences with me, with my conferences. Yes, and moving on to so much to talk about the book fair. Our book fair will start and be open all next week. It will be open until 6 p.m. on Monday and Tuesday, and will be open until 4 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday. And for those of you that volunteered to be book buyers at the beginning of the year during open house, you had that little book buyers thing. I will give you a book buyers request sheet at your conference, and then you can go into the book fair and take care of that request. Again, it's totally up to you, totally optional, but if you're still willing to do so, I'll give you my request for books at conferences. Also, it is box top submission time. I know somewhere in the kitchen there is a Ziploc baggie full of little box top point things. Send those on in with your name and my name on the bag so the classroom gets credit. And if you could get those in by October 26th, that would be outstanding. Thank you so much again for your support with that. And finally, Chick-fil-A Day is next week. That is going to be on the 18th. All order forms are due on Tuesday the 16th, and that way they have plenty of time to get all the orders correlated and sent in so everybody gets their sandwich. Sorry that this one was so long, had a lot to cover. That's all we got. Thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you all at conferences next week. Have a wonderful weekend.